Find a seat of your choice. And take your arms out to the sides, fingertips touch the mat on either side. And as you inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale out of your mouth and bring your hands in a prayer in front of your heart. 2 more like that. Take the arms out, touch the ground if you can. Inhale and sweep the arms out and up. Exhale out of your mouth, hands in prayer. One more like that, inhaling. Exhale. Now we'll do it 3 more times, but with the sound of Om, okay? Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Keep the hands in prayer in front of the heart if you can, or hands to the thighs. So as we enter into Vata season, into the fall here, I'm reminded of the Ayurvedic principle of like attracts like and opposite heals. Like attracts like and opposite heals. So what that means is, as you sit here and you breathe deep, you observe how you're feeling, body, mind, and spirit, how your week has been going. And if you're feeling good, things have been going smoothly for you, meaning you've been able to navigate whatever has been arising, then continue doing what you're doing. However, if you're feeling out of balance, then we do the opposite. And so during Vata season, we're usually, there's a lot of movement, a lot of up and out energy, as we're kind of, I find September specifically, kind of finding the rhythm of fall again. That the body and the mind usually calls for a bit more grounding, a bit more connecting to the earth. Begin Ujjayi breath, gently constricting the back of the throat, creating the sound of the ocean with each inhale and exhale. And so today we're going to play with the element of earth. That'll come later, but we're going to have just a little bit of fire to kind of burn off anything that's kind of at the surface. That's the way that I like to think about is, for me, there's a lot of movement this time of year, and so I imagine myself like a pot of water, and I'm dancing on the surface. So we're just going to bring the water to a boil. We're going to bring ourselves to a bit of a boil to kind of burn off the top, okay? Slowly opening your eyes. If you're going to come with me for the Spotify playlist, go ahead and do that now. And then make your way into cat-cow, child's pose, down dog, as you like.
Okay, we're gonna make our way onto hands and knees. You can absolutely put padding underneath your knees. We're gonna take hip mandalas. So gently shifting your weight into your left knee, bring your right knee in towards the chest, and then take your right knee out to the right, towards the back of the room, and then in towards the chest. That's the mandala, out towards the right, out behind you, in towards the chest. Now let's add our breath in, perhaps inhaling out to the side and back, exhaling in towards the chest. Good, 3 more. Now take the circles in the other direction. So you're going to go out to the left, out to the right, in towards the chest, towards the back of the room. Good morning, Clara. Out towards the right and in. Next time the knee comes in towards the chest, I want you to step your right foot forward in between your hands, walk your left fingers off the mat, and reach your right arm up to the sky. So we're going to bend and straighten the front leg. 2 options for what happens with the hand. Option 1 is on the inhale, the arm is overhead. On the exhale, hand comes to the heart as you straighten the leg, chin to chest. Or we're going to do it with the back, hand to the back of the head, elbow up. And then as we exhale, we'll round elbow towards belly button. Okay, choose your own adventure. Let's inhale and look up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, gently round the spine, straighten the front leg a little bit, chin to chest. 3 more. Let's all inhale and reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, hand comes down to the ground and take your right leg out behind you so you're in tabletop position. I want you to put the right ball of the foot on the ground like you would for a plank. Lower the outer right hip down and just gently hug the belly button in towards the chest. Yes. And now point through your toes and lengthen your right toes out behind you. Keep hugging the belly button in towards the spine. That's it. Yeah, we're either going to stay here or we're going to come into 3-legged plank pose. So we'll walk our hands a little further forward and ignore me as you like, okay? If you're coming with me, lift your left knee up off the ground. Gently hug the belly button in towards the spine. All right, listen carefully. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest, put the right knee down on the ground, right shin on the ground, and now take your right leg out to the right. Yeah, right shin is off the mat, and now we're going to curl over the left toes, a super weird variation of upward dog, and then lower the left knee and gently lift the chest. Now, if that ever feels like too much, you put your forearms down on the ground, okay? We have 4 breaths right here. Last one. All right, we're going to curl the left toes under. Inhale, lift ourselves up into plank and bring the right knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, step it back, down dog. Take your hips up to the sky behind you, so right foot on the ground. Might feel nice to bike pedal the legs. Might feel nice to stay exactly as you are. All right, lower the knees down to the ground. We're going to come into those mandalas again. Wrists and shoulders align, knees and hips align. Feel free to put padding underneath the knee. As you inhale, left knee comes in towards the chest. As you exhale, goes out to the left and towards the back of the room. Inhaling in. Exhale it out and back. Good. About 4 more. So I love mixing up the breath. Sometimes inhaling, bringing the knee in, or sometimes exhaling and bringing the knee in. Just creates a very different energy in the spine, right? And it emphasizes where you're breathing into which part of your lungs. And so when you inhale, knee into chest, you have to breathe into the back body, right? When you exhale, knee into chest, right? You're releasing. Last one. Now take the circles in the other direction. So go to the left, forward, towards the back of the room. All right, last one. We're going to step the left foot back into a plank, lower the ball of the foot down to the ground. And then from here, hug the belly button in towards the spine, lengthen through the top of the head, and now point through your left toes and reach them up to the sky. Keep lowering your outer left hip down and observe, am I kind of collapsing into my wrist and shoulder joints? Can I lengthen the spine, lengthen top of the head forward, and just hug belly button gently in and up. All right, three-legged plank. We're going to walk our hands a little further forward, curl the right toes under and lift the right knee up off the ground, lengthen top of the head forward. If that ever feels like too much, just keep your right knee on the ground, and we have 4 breaths. Push the ground away with your hands. Next time you exhale, I want you to bring your left knee forward and towards the chest. Put your left shin on the ground. Okay, we're coming into that weird variation of upward dog. Take your left knee out to the left until the left shin is off the mat. Think like 90-90, it's kind of similar. And then we're going to bring our pelvis down towards the ground. Right knee on the earth, top of the right foot. Shoulders shrug onto the back, lift the chest. Again, if that ever feels like too much, just put your forearms down on the ground, no problemo. I love this shape for my psoas. So right now I'm feeling that on the top of my psoas on my right side, so hip flexors. But if you feel it in the lower back, then please come down lower. Put your forearms on the ground, okay? 2 more. All right, right toes curled under, lift your pelvis up, bring your left knee in towards the chest, and then down dog, step back. All right, walk your feet forward. Come into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Chin into the chest and roll yourself up to stand. Inhale and sweep the arms overhead. Remain standing, exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Chair pose, bend the knees, lower the hips, and as you inhale, arms go up. As you exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. We're going to exhale into plank pose and lower down halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Roll over the toes, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. We're going to come into warrior 1 the Ashtanga way. So with no breath, step your left foot forward a little bit, lower your left heel to the right, step your right foot forward in between your hands, and now inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, I want you to bring your ribs to your thighs and reach your fingers out behind you. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, ribs to thighs. 3 more. Last one. As you reach the arms up, lift your back, heel up off the ground. Hands come into prayer in front of the heart and bring your left knee in towards the chest. So come on up to stand. Take your left knee out to the left, tree pose, left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh, to the calf, or toes can rest on the earth. Do what works in your own body. And then we'll reach the arms overhead into a V shape. Here's the fun part. On the count of 3, we're going to lift the right heel up off the ground. 1, 2, 3, right heel lifts. Whoa. Yeah. Right heel comes down, left knee into chest. Tadasana mountain pose. As you inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. We're going to step the right foot back into a lunge and lower the knee down to the ground. Yeah, walk your right fingers off the mat to the right. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Mama forgot the shape on the other side, so we're gonna do it now, okay? So left hand either on the inhale stays here, on the exhale hand comes to heart as we straighten the leg, or hand behind head as we straighten the front leg. Remember this? Okay, take a deep breath in. Thanks for coming with me. Exhale, work towards straightening the front leg. Chin comes gently in towards chest. Inhale, bend back into your front knee. Roll your chest open to the left and lift. Exhale, work towards straightening. We got 2 more. Last one. All right, inhale, arm goes up, lift your back knee up off the ground, left arm is up. Exhale, both hands to the ground and step forward. Flat back, inhale, offer the heart forward. And then exhale and bow. Root down through both your legs. Come on up to stand and inhale and circle the arms out and up. We'll remain standing, hands in prayer. Keep your arms as they are or hands down by your sides. Oh. Right. In our practice, mindful practices are always an opportunity to check in with ourselves, to allow the focus to move inside so that when it moves back outside, we are anchored and connected to ourselves. All right, chair pose, bend the knees, lower the hips, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, offer the chest forward. Exhale, step back, plank pose, and lower halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, roll over the toes, lift the heart, and then exhale, down dog. No breath. Step right foot forward, lower the right heel down. So right foot steps a foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale and reach the arms overhead. Virabhadrasana 1. As you exhale, ribs to thighs, fingers go out behind you. 4 more. Last one. Okay, inhale, lift your back heel up off the ground as you reach your arms overhead. You're in a short lunge. And then exhale, hands in prayer, right knee in towards the chest, stand up. Right knee goes out to the right, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Right sole of the foot to the inside the left thigh. Calf or toes can rest on the earth. Hands in prayer. Stay as you are, or reach your arms overhead. Keep the arms overhead and bring your right knee back in towards the chest. Step your right foot to meet your left one. Inhale, reach up through your fingers, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, offer the heart forward. Exhale, step back, plank pose, lower halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, roll over the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Vira 2, lower your left heel to the right, step your right foot forward. Inhale, come on upright, warrior 2. You're gonna take your hands behind you by your bum and interlace your fingers together, humble warrior. Shrug your shoulders onto your back, lift your chest, and then you're gonna exhale and bow your head towards the left front corner of the room. Interlace fingers, reach gently up to the sky. And then see if you can press the outer edge of your back foot into the ground a bit more. Hands down by the front foot, Trikonasana from the ground up. Straighten your front leg, right hand to a shin, a block of the earth, left arm goes up to the sky. Shrug both your shoulders onto your back and gently lift the chest up, reaching the left arm up. Cartwheel your hands down by your front foot. Bend into your front knee, three-legged plank pose. Right leg goes out behind you and floats if it can. Left knee can always come to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Chaturanga, three-legged. Upward dog or cobra. Release both your feet to the ground. Lift your amazing chest. Exhale, down dog. Right heel lowers to the left. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2, come on up. Take your hands behind you by your bum, interlace opposite pinky finger in front, the way that feels a bit strange. Shrug your shoulders onto your back, lift your amazing chest. Humble warrior, we're bowing our crown of the head towards the right front corner of the mat. Release your hands down by your front foot, Trikonasana, triangle from the ground up. As you work towards straightening your front leg, feel free to put a block underneath your left hand. Right arm goes up to the sky, opening your chest towards the right. Feel your breath. Next time you exhale, cartwheel your hands down by your front foot, pivot your back heel up off the ground. Three-legged plank, left toes go out behind you. Lengthen top of the head forward, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Roll over the toes, lift your amazing chest. And then exhale, down dog, hips up. All right, coming forward, plank pose as slow as you can. Lower yourself all the way down to the ground as slow as you can. Slide your hands forward, Sphinx pose. Put your forearms down on the ground, elbows underneath shoulders. Take your feet nice and wide as the mat, and gently press your pubic bone down to the ground. Shrug your shoulders onto your back, press your palms down into the earth, and lift the chest up. Okay, I'm gonna build in the terms of this Sphinx pose. You go to the point where you're like, that works for me, thanks so much, okay? So feel free to stay right here. If you're coming with me, press your palms on the ground and explore lifting your elbows up off the ground. I'm really pressing my pubic bone down and then hugging the belly button in towards the spine. Stay here or slide your hands closer towards your hips and shrug your shoulders onto your back. Again, reach your sternum, your breastbone forward and up. My feet are pressing down. My pubic bone is gently pressing down. I'm hugging the belly in and up. Toes curl under, lift your hips up, bend your knees, scoot your feet in. Toes curled under, sit back on your heels. Toes curled under. If that ever feels like it's too much for the knees, this is where those blocks may come in. Feel free to put them under, in between your bum and your heels. Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take one inversion for about 2 minutes. What the inversion looks like is up to you. So Viparita Karani, you can take your bum to wall, legs up the wall, or lie down on your back, put one block underneath your bum, legs up. Shoulder stand or headstand, okay? If either of those two poses are cooling in your body, I'm gonna leave that to you. And we'll take it for about 2 minutes. Make your way down. So if you're in Viparita Karani, either knees bent, feet on the ground, or feet on the wall, shoulder stand and headstand people, make your way down. Make your way into child's pose, everybody. Have your child's pose wide enough so that your knees are going out a little bit so that your outer ribs are resting on your inner thighs. And then I want you to walk your hands over towards the right until your hands are off the mat. And press your left butt into the left hip a bit more. Walk your hands over to the other side. Okay, come on back to center. And we're going to sit together for a little bit. Feel free to grab layers. And feel free to sit on something. If you want to sit on a block or a blanket. All right, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Peace fingers on the right side, index and middle finger either come to the middle of the forehead, space between the eyebrows, or fingertips come into the palms. Fingertips to the third eye creates more of an internal mudra, meaning it draws you inside, but can feel constrictive. Fingertips into the palm just gives a little bit more freedom, okay? I'll do fingertips and palm just so you can see what I'm doing with the rest of my hands. So right thumb blocks off right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Block off your left nostril with your ring finger and your pinky, and then exhale out your right nostril. Inhale through the right. Block it off, and exhale out your left. Inhale through the left. Block it off. Exhale out your right. Okay, we're going to inhale for 8, hold for 4, exhale out for 8. If inhaling for 8 is too much, just go to 6, okay? And if the counting ever feels like too much, just go at your own pace like we just did. If you're coming with me, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out your left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good morning. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Release your hand down.
Connect to a gaze point either out in front of you, a soft gaze, or close your eyes. And we're just going to sit for about 2 minutes. And so the offering is as the dust of the practice begins to settle, right, as we find stillness after all that movement, we're just quite simply observing how we physically feel and what thoughts arise and fall away. Remain seated for as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, Shavasana, corpse pose. Take a deep breath in the nose. And exhale it out the mouth. Rubbing your palms together, bending your knees and rubbing the soles of feet together. And then hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby. Take your knees into your armpits, soles, feet up towards the sky. You can hold on to your shins or your feet. And gently press the lower back down. Press the feet into the hands. And then bring the knees back in towards each other. Roll over to one side and come on up to sit. Either keep your hands on your thighs or hands to the heart center. Practice is always an opportunity for us to check in with how we're doing, to assess whether or not what we're doing is working in our day-to-day life. If we feel balanced, then we continue doing what we're doing, and if we feel imbalanced, then we seek the opposite in order to come back to balance. May you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.